Hold on, Chad. $50K a hit? Oof. Good Lord. Bruh. Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Lejeune here. I'm now back in it with another build video. Now you guys see it. We finally got it. We got the Black Panther build ready in full effect. Now you guys see in the beginning clip, we did 400 something K just with doing pounce. All those melee attacks combined together, especially with the last hit doing over 100K. Come on, bro. You know what you came into in this video when it comes to my build videos. Come on now. So look, before we get to the video, if you guys go to enjoy it, you guys like this video. If you guys go to like it, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well, so you miss a video and always be notified when I upload a video. And most importantly, make sure you guys hit that like button. Now without further ado, let's get into the build video.
Damn, homie, they ain't ready for this. Scatter shot, I'm working, hurt them worse than slitting your wrist. Hit subscribe, smash like, ring the bell, stay tuned. Now without further ado, here's the duel of June. Yeah.
Alrighty, so like I did state in my previous video, I will be announcing the challenge card winners. So for my members, we have Money Green for the $20 gift card for the Black Panther challenge card, which costs $10 and can use the other 10 for whatever he wants. And for the subscriber, we have Sean Moore, which you will be winning the $10 win, so you can unlock Black Panther's challenge card. So those are the winners. Make sure you guys hit me up on Twitter, or at least hit me up on Discord so I can get you guys the code. But yeah. Congratulations to the winners, and let's get on to the video. Alright, so as you guys see right here, this is my Black Panther build. Now let me show you guys my stats to show you what I'm rocking with when it comes to stats. So I have 320 might, I have 108 proficiency, 120 valor, 129 resolve, and 100 resilience, which is pretty nice. And I got 59 intensity, which is very nice to have as well. And for my charge rate for my ultimate, assault, and support, for my ultimate is 24, for my assault is 15, and for my support is 22. So that is what my stats are for Black Panther when it comes to this build that I do rock. Now, of course, this is a melee build. I'm gonna be so perfectly honest with y'all. I tried out his range, and his range is not for me. Like, I've tried it out many of times, and it's really not for me. And his melee, it clicks with me. It's so good that his like, the thing is though, of course, the overall game, the way it's set up, melee builds for, say for instance, for like the Omega level threat, for the Super Downthrow boss fight, melee is useless in that. And I went into that with my melee build, with this build right there that you see right here, and I got flushed. Bruh. And it sucks, you know, because range overall does the most damage in this game right now, but melee is for Black Panther, for instance, is super fun to have. So I don't know, it just sucks, but you know, I don't know if you're gonna see a range build out of me or not. I'm just putting that in the beginning of the video so you guys can just at least know out the gate. But yeah, without all the talking, let's get into the gear and show you what I do rock and how I'm able to do as much as damage that you guys seen in the beginning clip. So of course, the first thing that we're going to start off with is the fact is I have flawless empowerment and powerful attacks with Sonic. Now of course, since I do use pounce a lot when it comes to this, Sonic, if you guys don't know, that is a negative effect, which I can get where, you know, I get my positive effect on my range. So my negative effect is my power attack, so that's instant battery damage right there. Now another thing that I will 100% tell you guys to really rock is flawless empowerment. So melee critical attacks grants an intrinsic burst, and with Black Panther, when it comes to intrinsic, it is super important to have intrinsic burst for him, because it is so good, especially using his abilities, his intrinsic abilities, and also going into like the heavy combo finishers with his intrinsic. It is very helpful to have that extra damage that come along with it. We're holding down R2, and just having an intrinsic meter just overall is really cool to have. So I can say the two pieces of gear that you see right here for my melee and range, I can tell you this now, check out my build video that not build video, but my farm video that I did for Black Panther, and that is exactly where I got all this, well, two of these gear pieces that you guys see when it comes to, you know, the location of these. So check that video out if you guys want to know. But it is very important to have flawless empowerment and at least have a battery effect status when it comes to your power attacks. Now for my range, I have proficient buff. Now of course I got the Kapinga, that's what I call them, the Kapinga plasma daggers. Now of course these are something that you have to hold down and throw. Now the thing is, the reason why I would have plasma is because plasma can spread to other enemies. So once I'm finished pouncing on one enemy, I kill him with battery effect, we're doing the pounce attacks and all that, I can switch to that next enemy that has plasma and just go crazy on that enemy because plasma spreads all around. So I'm always gonna have that battery effect when it comes to me doing pounce attacks. So that's the reason why I have the Kapinga with plasma. And even if I didn't have the Kapinga daggers, you know, just at least have a dagger that spreads across the whole field, you know, like plasma and gamma. At least have something like that, because it is very effective if you're trying to do a battery effect and you know you don't feel like applying it again. You know, plasma is very effective, so that is why I rock this. But of course I did state what I got it from, so you guys can check that out in the previous video. But let's get on to the heroic slide and the defensive slide. Now this is very good. Now when Black Panther first came out, I ran a priority mission and this is what the first exotic I got, and this exotic is very nice. Now of course when I've been using this exotic more and more with the recovery beads with the untouchable beads perk, with, you know, you gain a recovery bead from doing either defeating an enemy with intrinsic attacks or doing a perfect evade. Now this does heal you, but the more I've been testing it out lately, it seems like you become invulnerable for that short amount of time once that bead is activated. Now future me will probably come in and just, you know, probably state the real when it comes to this, but the more I've been testing it on stream, and it seemed like I was invisible when this recovery beads perk was activated for that short duration, so it's pretty interesting. Now the second perk is Panther's Effector. Basically I get a 20% stun status and normal damage increase for my intrinsic by 20%, which is very nice to have. It is really nice to have, to be honest. Now we have Percussive Blast Extension. Defeated enemies while Percussive Blast is active extend the duration of the ability by 2.5 seconds. Now I got this ability to go on for 50 seconds. You guys will see the screenshot on the screen. I got it to last for 50 seconds with this perk, and it's so dope because you can always have that damage buff from the Percussive Blast always activated. So of course I did get this mission from the priority missions. Now I think you have to be 130 to get the exotics, if I remember correctly. I think correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think you have to be 130 to get the exotics, or I think that's probably what rewards when it comes to objectives. I don't know. Somebody in the comments probably correct me with that one, but that is the exotic I rock, and I got it from the priority missions. Now for the exotic right here, the Legacy of the Ancestors, this is another set that drops from the priority. Now these two do go together. See, and of course they have the Ancestor at the end, so these are the sets that drop in a priority mission. Now this one is really good, I have to say. You get a 20% increase in damage and defense while Bass Chosen is activated, which is your ultimate, and we get an 8.5 second increase with Bass Chosen, which is your ultimate. And I think that with this extension, I think it goes to 38 seconds. Yeah, I think it's 38 seconds with your whole ultimate activated, so that's pretty nice. If I got the wrong time, future me probably corrected, but if I remember correctly, I think it's 38 seconds, which is pretty nice. And the last one, which is Percussive Resistance, melee attacks slowly regenerate willpower, aka health, while Percussive Blast is activated. Now this is something decent to have when it comes to it, because Percussive Blast, once you have it, it does restore some health, but it doesn't regen your health when you're in a Percussive Blast state. So having this is pretty nice to have, of course, when you're doing melee. Because with melee, you have to do spec into some damage and defense at the same time, so you can have some survivability. So let's get on to the minor artifacts. Now, of course, when you're rocking a melee build, you gotta have triple reds. Now, of course, honestly, this can change anytime, because the ones I'm trying to find is called you get I think it's 11.9 damage increase with power attacks. Hold on, let me show you with Thor and with Hulk real quick, because I do have it for Hulk. Where is it? Yeah, it's right here. So you get 11.3% increase from power attack. So this is something that drops from the vendor. So I'm trying to get 2 of these. So since I'm doing a pounce build, since I'm mainly doing pounce, and that's where the damage is coming from, having that extra damage when it comes to pounce is very, very nice to have. But of course, the ones I do have for right now is this one with the triple. I have the ultimate heroic charge rate increases by 9.3%, which is very nice since I get my ultimate back more since I got this ultimate, this exotic right here, which is very nice. So yeah, it's pretty nice to have this right here. Now for the second one, I do have it where it increases my charge rate and increase my damage with mid-air combos, which I do fairly often, so it's pretty nice to have this. Now the big question I've been getting a lot, especially in my stream, is what my major artifact do I rock with Black Panther? So I rock 3. So for damage, if I want to like output the most damage that you guys seen in the beginning clip, I use the Norn Stone for that, in the moment. I use the Norn Stone, but if I want to get my abilities back faster, I use the Ring of Nebulon. And if I'm rocking a Vibranium set, say for instance I get Vibranium on my power attacks, you know, when I'm doing Pounce, rock this one, the Komodo bands, rock this one, because it increases the damage with Vibranium and the stat and the radius and the damage by 20%. So yeah, make sure you get that. Now of course, I don't know, the other ones don't really fit Black Panther. I mean, you could use the Tactic Gun, but I don't know. I think these two, probably the Ring of Nebulon and the Norn Stone, are probably your go-to when it comes to it. Now, of course, if you got say for instance you're rocking power attacks for particle, you could rock this one as well because you do 30% more damage for particle. So yeah, you can do this one as well. So that is what the major artifacts that I run with Black Panther. This is basically just showing you on how everything really goes down. But yeah, let's get into the skills. All right, so let's get into the abilities when it comes to Black Panther. So for the support, I rock these 2 at the bottom for the band. Now this one does it for some odd reason. This is very good when it comes to doing stun damage. So as soon as you pop it, it does high stun damage, which basically makes them go available for takedowns. And of course, with the Ring of Nebulon, when you do takedowns, you get your you do it with heroic orbs, and you get your abilities back faster. So this is why I rock this. Now this is more situational, to be honest. So if you want to get a lot of takedowns in and get your abilities back, you know, instantly pop this. It is very helpful. So I would say rock these 2 right here. It releases a blast that basically just it staggers them. And of course this one as well, which is very nice. It basically you just trigger it, and it targets the head, which is pretty nice. And it basically does a head, you know, once you know the sound when you do a headshot, it basically makes this sound. So it's pretty nice the fact that it targets the head, and it does high stun damage, so it does stun them, which you can able to do takedowns even more, so which is pretty nice to have. Now of course for the assault, now I'm gonna be honest, this assault is just for setup, if I'm being honest, because it's kind of bad. I'm gonna be real. It's really just a setup. You can't really use this as a like ability. Say for instance, I want to go for like a full Valor build, like ability based build with Panther. It's not happening because it's really not a part of his kit. You know, it's just not a part of it. It doesn't really work out. So I just rocked this one where I could throw 3 other Vibranium spears. Now of course it still can pierce more than one enemy, which is very nice. And I rock this one at the bottom when I get 10% of my intrinsic meter back just by hitting that certain amount of enemies with the spears. So since I got 3 of them, you know, I could get a chance to get my intrinsic back if I'm lacking on my intrinsic, which I shouldn't, because you know, I'm got the flawless empowerment with the melee crit. So yeah, this is pretty nice to have right here. Now this one is all right, but the percentage is just so low, it's just not even worth it. 10%, like it's not worth it to have it. So of course, let's get on to the ultimate. Now for the ultimate, I have Panther's Roar, which basically gives them the Mark of Bats, which basically debuffs them, and they get increased damage from all resources by 10%, and also I take 50% damage reduction, which is pretty nice to have, honestly, for a melee build especially. And for this one, I have this one. This is insane. The percussive blast scales with Valor once you got this. It is insane with the damage I've seen with this. When I'm fully buffed up, I pop percussive blast and I did 100k with it. Now without you know, fully buffed up and just with a regular damage buff and probably just with a regular damage buff, I do around 50 to 60k with just the percussive blast with this one, so it is very nice to have this one. It is very cool. So it depends on you, especially since I do have a good amount of valor. I got 120. You know, I can do some numbers with when it comes to percussive blast when I'm activating it with a crowd of enemies. And since I got the perk where it basically extends it, when I pop percussive blast, it extends it even more. So it's pretty nice to have this one. Now you could rock the other ones. You could rock this one. This is very nice. This one does apply to you when it comes to intrinsic. Now this one it's cool, but it's Black Panther is already fast enough to get around to enemies. So I mean, this is just something cool just to have the to be flashy. But yeah, we not doing that over here, even though we are flashy a little bit. So let's go into his mastery. Now his mastery, I'm gonna be honest with you, the only really things you gotta really go spec into is just this one where pounce attacks do 10% more damage, and this one where heroic orbs you do takedowns. Now since I do have the Kapinka dagger where I get my it has plasma, I have this one on, so that's the only reason why I have this one right here. Now of course I rock this one, so it increases the effectiveness of the devastating dagger debuff by 30%, which is very nice to have. And I rock this one, just critical attack damage dealt by all daggers by 10%. So this is what I rock. I'm sorry I'm stuttering a lot. I just stutter a lot when I'm just excited and low-key nervous. I'm sorry. But for this one, for the intrinsic ability, I do have it where the kinetic armor reduce the amount of damage taken by all attacks when based on the amount of intrinsic energy by 10%. So this is what I have right here. Now this one, I do have this one, increases the amount of intrinsic energy gained by blocking and parry attacks by 20%. Now this is very good. So the reason why this is very good, so if you guys go to right here for percussive blast, for the explanation for it, for this one at the bottom right here, all attacks, all actions that generate intrinsic energy will generate additional energy to fill the intrinsic meter faster while you're overcharged with the percussive blast. Now, if you have percussive blast already activated, and you know, you see right there, you get additional more energy from it. So if you have this on right here where it has 20%, it ups it by a lot. So once you do one single parry, it will instantly almost fill your intrinsic meter, which is pretty dope. So this is why I have this one. It is very nice. And for the last one right here, I got increase all damage by all heavy intrinsic attacks by 10%. Now you could rock this one if you want to, increase damage when parrying an enemy by 15%, but it's on you. Or you can get this one, but I just rock this one because sometimes I do my heavy attack intrinsics a lot. So yeah, that's what I rock right here. Now for my intrinsic overcharge, what I do rock is this one, increase kinetic burst by 15% with percussive blast. So this is very nice to have right here. For the first one, I do have it where it increases my critical attack chance and critical attack damage by 10% while I'm overcharged. So it counts while in the percussive blast. So say for instance, while you're in the percussive blast, you know, with the timer going off for it, you get these benefits right here with the overcharge. So I'm just wanting to put that because some people might be confused when it comes to that. So, you know, just letting you guys know that once you activate percussive blast, you have all of this active right here when it comes to intrinsic overcharge. So yeah, this is very nice to have right here. And this one I have with the nation's hero, defeat an enemy while you're overcharged. While the overcharge is activated, you get 10% chance to drop heroic orbs, and tougher enemies have a higher percentage chance of this triggering, which is pretty, you know, consistent since you're going to be doing a lot of damage with melee. You can melt down some big enemies very fast, so you know, it's pretty nice to have. And for my champion levels, I do have it for my critical damage and also crit chance. I have for my heroic charge rate and my perk chance. These are the ones that are very effective, especially when it comes to overall characters. This is very effective to have. Now once I do finish maxing these out, I probably will spec into a little bit of heroic damage just for my percussive blast, to be honest with you. But yeah, that is what I have for my Black Panther. That's what I use. But yeah, that is today's video. If I got some gameplay, I'll probably showcase it to you guys at the end of the video. Probably me just going through like a mission or something, like where I defeat like an enemy squad or something like that, just to showcase the build in action if you guys want to see it. But yeah, that is in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video as I enjoyed making it. But before we head out, if you guys are not, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. the notification bell as well, so you miss a video and also be notified when I upload a video. And most importantly, make sure you guys hit that like button. Now, of course, I do stream on Twitch. If you guys want to come out to the Twitch streams, we do be litty, man. I'm telling you, you're missing out if you're not in the streams. The link is below for that one as well. Also, I do have a Discord. If you guys want to join that, the link is below for the Discord. We talk about Marvel's Avengers, got them nice upcoming games. We also do watch parties. So if you guys want to join that, the link is below for that one as well. Also, I do have memberships on the channel. I want to give a quick shout out to the elite members and the rookie members. I greatly appreciate it for y'all being memberships on the channel. I really do. And also, that is it. Yeah, that is it. I thought I had something else to say, but it just went away in my mind very quickly. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this gameplay that I probably will end up having. And yeah, have a good day. Peace. All right, so what y'all see me running? I'm running this this, I think it's a threat sector where you fight the enemy squad at the end of the mission chain. I mean, not mission chain, but the mission for this Wakanda region. So I just basically just want to run it real quick, just show you guys on how strong, you know, how the melee build can be. And that's how the intrinsic works for Black Panther. I know a lot of people were struggling on trying to figure out how it really works, but it's really not that hard when you know how to do it. But yeah, it's not that hard. But let's do some damage. Right there, you see 100K right there, just melted that man. Good lord. Just melted him too. And about to get him out of here. But yeah, like his intrinsic is really not hard. Especially like, you see it right here. If I could get one of them to attack me, I get my intrinsic back really fast. I just want to do it real quick, just to showcase it. You know, I just really want to show it because I've seen a lot of people talk about it on like how much they struggle trying to get it to work, and it's not hard at all. All you really gotta do is this. Once they start hitting you, just pop it. Once you see them like a laser or something about to come at you, just pop just pop this. Oh, that was a poor excuse. Oh, never mind. They killed. I couldn't really do nothing. But y'all see the damage what I was doing with Black Panther. It is pretty insane. But yeah, that is basically how it goes. You know, I just wanted to showcase the damage and just gameplay overall. And yeah, that is basically it. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'm going. Peace.